According to the Telegraph, the US is making plans for a bloody-nose military attack on North Korea. America is drawing up plans for a bloody-nose military attack on North Korea to stop its nuclear weapons program. The Telegraph understands the White House has dramatically stepped up preparation for a military solution in recent months, and amid fears diplomacy is not working, well-placed sources said. One option is destroying a launch site before it is used by the regime for a new missile test. Stockpiles of weapons could also be targeted. Three sources, two former US officials familiar with current thinking and a third figure in the administration, confirmed military options were being worked up. I take you back to the article I wrote in September when I was quoting Pynchon yet again, "Streaming comes across the sky." I said one of the strategies of the pre-regime change moment has been to demonize the other leader. And front and center in Kim's mind must be the image of Saddam Hussein being hung by his neck and Muammar Gaddafi meeting his death after being sodomized with a bottle. When you view things from Kim the Rocket Man's perspective, you might appreciate that far from being illogical, he is in fact being ruthlessly logical. And he is speaking the language his adversaries understand lucidly. 10 million folks in Seoul, just 60 kilometers from the border. Nearly 30,000 US soldiers are all in the line of fire. There is plenty of myth-making in our new media universe, but what is interesting is how singularly effective Putin in particular has been in his mission to break the monopoly of Anglo-Saxon global information streams. And one of those myths is that Xi Jinping, with some cajoling, can be made to effect a clean break with Pyongyang. Consider that Pyongyang is a buffer state between China and the US, and that Pyongyang is, in fact, a near-perfect geopolitical attack dog. The attack dog is not on a Chinese leash, but it's surely aligned with the resurgent, rising China, whose aim is to surely eject the US and its allies from what it considers its sphere of influence. Just take a look at the South China Sea, where the US and its allies have largely capitulated, and the US is now left performing some half-hearted and quite forlorn freedom of navigation operations once in a blue moon. North Korea, by lobbing those missiles over Japan, is seeking to prize Japan away from its US alliance, something that China is surely trying to achieve as well. When you look at geopolitical alignment, it's entirely unlikely that the West has anything to offer the Chinese that can compensate for the loss of North Korea, their hinterland, their buffer, and their instrument of attack. FT's year in a word is dotard,